Welcome! Welcome! Crusader Kings 3, How's Lanka? Episode 1! Yes, welcome to another episode as we play as House Lanka. For those of you returning from other Crusader Kings 3 series of the channel, welcome back. Good to see you. Love you, friends. Those of you who join us for the first time, here's how it works. You watch me play, you watch me make big mistakes and try to correct them. See it all uncut, unedited, super fun, not at all boring. Alright, so for the new folk, if you're looking at this saying, what is this? What am I looking at here? This isn't Crusader Kings 3. It is. Playing on a console, not a computer like I think probably a lot of people have seen, so it does have a little different feel, a little different look, so we're going to have a little more limited functionality probably than what you might have seen otherwise. But that's why it looks different. Second thing for the new folk, unlike some other series that have like a lot of replayability like this, where I wouldn't really say what number playthrough I am here. This is my 4th series for Crusader Kings 3. The reason I'm telling you that is, as you probably know, or maybe you don't know, there's a learning curve with this game. You got to figure some things out. So I had never played the game prior to the first series. So if you were to go back and watch that first series, there's points in there where I'm like, what is happening? Why is this? What is happening? And you look back on it now and you're like, well, you stupid idiot. That's why it was happening. You should, So you learn as you go. So if you want to go back and watch any of those series, now keep in mind, we're starting in 867, goes to 1453, uncut, unedited. You do the math. 50 to 60 episodes per series. If you really want to put yourself through that, be my guest. House Wessex, first series. House Tuscany, second series. Last series, House Laconia. And now we are House Lanka. Now we're going to get into some spoilers. So if you want to watch those, go watch them. Otherwise, you're going to get some spoilers here. The reason that... How do we land in this part? So in none of those other series did we ever make it to this part of the map. Never made it to India, never made it to Southeast Asia, never made it to China. So I knew that I wanted to get a series where we were in this part of the map. So that's kind of how we landed in this general area. How I landed specifically with Lanka. Now there's a couple things here. I did one other thing that I wanted to try this episode. Those other series that I talked about, we started where the counties, regions around us were of our same faith and or culture. So I said, what would happen if we put ourselves in a position where everybody around us is hostile? In other words, holy wars from the beginning. We have hostile faiths. What is that going to do? Where I could do holy wars from the beginning. And so finding a religion that would be considered hostile to this part of the world, I went with Catholicism, just because I didn't want to. I mean, it was a hostile religion, but also I don't want to have crusades called against me. We did that. So I created a character, Luke. We'll get to that in a second. And I said, okay, well, since we're getting our own religion, let's just pick a culture. So I went with Castilian, so an Iberian culture there. Okay, so that's sort of how we landed on kind of the first phase. Then I need to pick a starting point. Unlike some of those other series I talked about, where we started like with a county and just kind of expanded, I didn't want to do that here. Because while I could attack those people for being hostile, they could attack me too. And so starting with just a little county, I feel like so I'll tell you, when I was looking, I looked down here, I was like, ooh, this is the Maldives, for those of you who don't know. I was like, House Maldives, that would be like the coolest series, like the family name, House Maldives. That just sounds really cool to me. But look, we'd get slaughtered. We would never have a chance to win, because any of these people over here would just come and pick us off. So I needed to do something that gave us a fighting chance. So I went with a smaller kingdom here, and I said, oh, I kind of like the starting point here. You got, you're not completely surrounded. You got some, a little bit of protection. So modern day Sri Lanka, hence House Lanka. All right, so we did that. What else? So as I said, we created my character, Luke. We are 17. We do have a daughter. We'll go ahead and educate her myself. But I do need to get married, so I'd like to maintain some inheritable traits if we can. not going to be a ton of great options to start. I saw that one had some, was intelligent, but I think, is she chased? I think that's what that, I think I've seen that before. I think that's what that means. Yeah, okay, well, okay. We're still going to do it. Still going to do it. And strengthen the bloodline. We'll do that based on the traits I get myself. Form Portugal. I don't think that's going to happen, given where we are. That's just because of the culture that we chose. Lifestyle. I did give myself stewardship background, so we'll do that. Not endorsed by my bishop. Go ahead and do that. So you can see here, we do start with a number of counties, which is good. And let's go ahead and don't fabricate. Go ahead and convert. We are going to have to get some better people in here. Hopefully we have some better people. He's the marshal. Yeah, we'll do that. And for these people, that we're going to get them to convert. Probably don't have... So we have to have a better guy than that. That's really, really down there. Okay, now that we got all that done. All right, so let's take a look at our military here. What did they give us to start with? Okay, not bad. Okay, so we got, okay, siege weapons. Boom. Okay, we're not going to increase those. Let's go ahead and bump these up. Also, we'll get another unit in there. I'm going to be pretty aggressive from the start, I think. And because I don't want to allow my neighbors to get more powerful than me. So we'll up that. So I want to get, I think, probably some light footmen. That's probably what we want. So the beginning years of this tend to go pretty quick because you can't really do a ton. So once the footmen get up to 3, then we'll attack somebody, probably one of these guys here. We'll get the clock going on the truce. Eventually we'll go at Maldives, but we'll go with these ones where we're not going to get the whole thing. Oh, well, he's pregnant already. Okay, so that whole low fertility thing apparently didn't last very long. And we got a son right off the bat. Okay. What are his traits? I mean, that's pretty dadgum good if you ask me. That's exactly what we wanted. Somebody could pass on those traits to. We'll be the guardian for him. If we have another son, we will give up educating my daughter. Yeah, that's good. He's not beautiful, but we'll take it. We will take it. Should I up this, though? I don't think we need to for now. Okay, let's see. You know what? We should. I'm gonna wait. We will up these units. But I won't go more than 3. If I have, like, once I get the ability to... Oh yeah, I should check here culturally. Oh, we're the head. Okay. Oh, jeez. We only have 1 county. So that tells me that there's no one else with our culture. Okay. Good to know. Yeah, so we'll wait. We'll get that upgraded. Again, I want to make sure that I'm ready to go. At these fools. Still got a ways to go for that. Okay, we'll go ahead and end that. The problem is, I don't think... Not that I'm going to give this up to anybody, but I'm worried about who I could grant these to, because we're probably not going to have any... Yeah, I was going to say, we're not going to have anybody that's of our faith and culture around right now, so we might have to go over the domain limit for a little while. I mean, it helps that we're waiting to go to war. That gives time for the guests to arrive that are of our faith and culture. All right, so I think we'll get that up to full strength, and I'd like to get our gold up to about 50, maybe even 100. 100, let's see here. 6 would be another 6 months. Yeah, maybe we'll wait. Well, maybe we'll let it get... Maybe we'll let it get... Because I don't want to go in debt. I'm just... So 10, 15, 5 months. Here, let's do this. Okay, that makes me feel better. Is my military ready to go? Okay, let's attack somebody. We'll raise everybody. Okay, now I just watched them run away. I'm gonna play a hunch here. Are they gonna get on a ship and come down here and hit my capital? I'm gonna play a little hunch here. Yep, here they come. Sometimes they... Oh, no. Oh, okay. That's where they were headed. Sometimes when you do that, they'll go directly at your capital. So we stopped him from getting the capital, and we're going to hit him here. That'll be a win. I feel fairly confident about the ability to beat these ones that are like of a similar size to us, because I seriously doubt that anybody put that much emphasis on the military right off the bat like we did. Doesn't mean they didn't. Doesn't mean that they didn't. Doesn't mean that they couldn't have mercenaries, but I think for at least a little while, I feel pretty confident that we can win. Let's see. Do we have? I'm not going to grant this yet. I just want to see if... Okay, good. Actually, I am going to grant... You know what? I'm going to grant these now because we're going to... I got a new bishop already. Okay. I'm going to grant this while we have... guys here to grant it too. That's fine. We'll force him to convert. I gave you counting. All you needed to do was convert, dude. That's the other thing, too, that I think I've realized that when you want to convert somebody, in some cases if I would do like a demand conversion and I saw it was like a low percent, I was just like, I'm automatically going to imprisonment. But that would make me viewed as a tyrant. I realized if you ask them to do that and they don't, you can imprison and you're not viewed as a tyrant because they resisted it. So that's something else that I've learned. In my different playthroughs. Taking that city should do it. I'm doing title creation yet. Don't fight. There we go. Alright, so we got our first pickup there. We'll let our army get back up. And who do we want to go at next? Maybe these guys? Still can't do Holy Wars for duchies yet, but hope that's coming quickly. Yeah, I'm not chasing those guys all over. So what we'll do... See, they're coming to the capital, so what we'll do is we'll get that city, then get down there. Hopefully we can get there before they take it. Wow, they're making really good progress. They're making faster progress than what we did there. They're gonna get that before we get there. Crap. Wow, that was a disaster. My wife was captured. Wow, that was a disaster. I would have come down here had I realized that was going to be that bad. My gosh, dude. At least my son wasn't captured. That's too bad because that bishop that I had was actually way better than the other one I had. It's costly. Okay, we'll get my culture guy going, and then we'll go at someone else. You can really want to try to be aggressive here. Prevent some of these neighbors from getting strong. Wait, what? Oh, that culture is very similar in color. That's gonna get confusing. Okay, who's next? Maybe these guys? Right here. Ooh, we can do duchy now. Nice. Let's do that. Don't mind if I do. We should have let our levies. I think that's less men than we had before. Should let them recoup a little bit. What is that? Charming. Okay. Gotta think we're still the culture head, yeah. 30 years, okay. we have factions against us already? Oh, it's where we just picked up. That makes sense. Different faith, different culture. That's not surprising. Let's go have a fight. Before they go to my capital and do what that last one just did, where my wife gets captured again. Right, taking of this capital should be enough to win, I believe. So yeah, let's go ahead and convert the population there. Try to reduce the chance of a revolt. We'll hit that county with culture too. And we'll actually put somebody in there. We'll go cheap. Because I don't care about my family's health. We will get that before they get that, so this war will be over and we'll get that duchy. I'm not going to create any duchies yet. One, because I don't want to. Two, they're expensive. We may be getting to the point where we have to start granting regions to people before they're converted over culturally. So if we have to do that, I think what we'll do is we're going to grant to like significantly older people. And if they die, then it would come back to me. I think that's how we're going to manage that. A little more on the count there. Should probably still let my levies get built back up a little bit. Okay, a daughter. We will let... She's pretty good. We'll let my wife educate her. Actually, I think she's better than my older daughter. So actually, here's what we're going to do. There we go. Still planning on my son being the one. Oh no. What happened? Disfigured, wounded. I guess I shouldn't have made that joke about not caring about my family. Ah! Oh no, man! Wow, that's very poetic. That stinks. Hopefully he's not ill. You can bounce back from this, dude. I almost would have been better off to not even have had a physician. Alright, where do we want to go next? Can we go with these guys? Don't mind if I do. Really, I'm trying to prevent... Oh, that's split apart. This used to be one big thing. But still, I'm trying to prevent these bigger ones from getting these smaller ones here, because then that would be a very difficult fight for us. You know what? I probably should not be leading these fights. Is my thought. Okay, I think he lost one of his bad traits. What was it, sickly or ill or something? Okay, so wounded, hopefully that goes away. So it might just be, well, fertility is bad, okay. Okay, but he still has those traits that are inheritable, so we can still salvage it. So if they're going down to the capital, which just seems to be the go-to move. We may lose our capital again, but this this is the only path forward, is to just take this as quickly as we can. Mm-hmm. That's right. We'll get her back once we win the war. She's gotta be getting tired of being held captive. If we have a kingdom, I don't have the money for that. Okay. We might take a slight domain penalty here for a little while. Who did we end? Who can we go at again already? These guys? No. These guys? Yeah, these guys. Okay. I think that's where we just were. All right. Let's I'll roll the dice with going one over the domain limit. Hope it doesn't hurt too much. How are we there? I'd like to get my levies replenished a little bit. I don't know if they ever will fully get back up to strength. Oh, they're climbing. We'll let it ride for another month or two here, see if it gets back up to full strength. Nope, up there a little bit. I don't know if it's gonna. Okay, we'll give it another month here. If it gets to 3, it's going up. Let's let it ride a little bit. All right, we'll get converting and then we'll. I think it's time. Let's do it. And this, after we finish this will probably be where we need to end the episode. Do I need them all? Let's just try doing local army. Which is probably essentially everybody, but. Wife is pregnant again. Okay. So for somebody that wasn't real into physical touch, we're going to end up having quite a few kids, I think. A son, okay. What is this guy's traits? Okay, so pretty much like my other son. Okay, so. Okay, so one of them we will either have to disinherit or get to take vows, because with the way the succession laws work, it's going to get split between them, the land. Taking that capital, unless we capture somebody, I don't think it's going to be enough, actually. I think we're going to have to either win another. Well, here they come. Winning that battle, taking the capital. Now that might be enough. Well, or capture somebody. Yeah. Probably should have just kept going until we captured this city. Could have got some more money. Yeah. Don't have the money for that. Above the domain limit, but I just have to let that be for now. Okay, can we go to either of these guys yet? Yes, okay, but not for the whole thing. Alright. Ooh, do I want to hop up there first, actually? I actually might do that before they get too powerful. See, this is combined again. This is why I'm doing this, is so that they can't. If they attacked me right now, I bet you they'd win. Yeah, pretty similar. So we got to keep an eye on that. All right. So, good first episode. Unfortunate about our older son. Hopefully he bounces back. Okay, so he's not wounded, so it's just the disfigured. Okay, so again, he's got some good traits, but our younger son has all those traits as well. Is there any that my older son has that the younger doesn't? Is the health one of them? Is he at slightly better health? No? I think they're exactly the same. Alright, so yeah, I'll have to keep an eye on which one of those shakes out better. The one's so young, 7, so 7, okay. Those stats should improve. So he's pretty good, boy. Wow, okay. We'll have to see. We shall have to see. Next time, though, more of the same. We're going to, I think, again, we will, I think, come up here and hit these guys before they get a chance to get big. What empire are we working towards? This Deccan, we'll rename it, but okay, so I don't want to go outside of that, at least now. So that makes sense. We'll hit those guys, then come down here, hit these guys again. Hit them. So, yeah. Eventually we'll get to Maldives, but I'd really like to get all of this finished off. And I'll have to think about how to go at these guys. So, all right. that's it for now. Come on back and we'll pick up here.